Good morning to day 436. Hope you're all well and a great weekend. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for watching if you are watching. Thank you for the comments yesterday. Barry, PS, etc. Much appreciated. The consensus inside the cottage is grey. I think we're going to go grey anyway. I'll show you now that it's settled in and a little bit overcast today, so it's not so bright. You can let me have some final thoughts, but our decision today is going to be we're going to go with a grey. So today's going to be finishing off inside some little filling marks, which we'll do, painting over those filler marks, cutting in the actual skirting boards with an undercoat in white so that we're ready for the you call it satin wood obviously, but the oil-based paint, and then sticking the grey down. That's going to be the plan for today, getting that grey down on that piece, and on top of that, underneath the actual the hatch into the basement, we're going to be obviously filling all in there and getting that painted white as well. So yeah, so it's literally just going over the few bits that they need to be painted white, getting the skirting boards undercoated, getting the underneath hatch painted in white, and then getting the light grey, which is this grey here, getting the light grey down on the floor as well. So that's going to be the plan for in there. I've also got a couple of lads coming today. One returning person, I think you remember him, his name is Tyson. Tyson the legend is going to be coming today to have a go at trying to level that. So I've got a couple of labourers coming. Tyson's got a friend who's coming today that I don't know. So they're going to be putting some back work into trying to get that hump, which you can see. The hump is right in the middle here. Trying to get that hump taken down and pushed to the back, because obviously we have some dips here. So it's literally taking whatever soil off of here can be taken off and spread across the back part, and anything that's excess, trying to bring it down to this part, because this is quite low down here. So we need to bring this bit here up and this corner, and that needs to slope away from there. So we need that sloping that way and that way, and we need this all sloping that way, and this big hump needs to disappear. So that's going to be a task for today. Now Tyson has text this morning saying that he's waiting for this lad to show him where to go, so I'm not too sure whether or what time they're going to be arriving, should I say. But yeah, so that will be something we're going to be doing today. And obviously because of the dryness we've had in the last couple of days, hopefully this topsoil should be quite easy to break up and won't be in big chunks, so we'll be able to sort of rake that and get it nice and level. But as you can see, over near the manholes over here, we're probably a good sort of 2 inches, 3 inches below there, and then we've got a dip. Then we come back up a little bit and come back down to this one. So we need to be sort of putting a line from that manhole to this manhole, and that's the level we need across there. And then anything obviously that is there's going to be coming out here that can't go backwards, we'll have to obviously come forwards. The air conditioning man has texted me today saying tomorrow the bore holes are going to happen in. So at the moment nothing's happened on the air conditioning because we're waiting for those holes to be bored. So there's a company that's going to come out and they're going to bore 2 holes through here, and they're going to bore the 2 holes in the basement obviously into the underneath of the house so they can run the pipework through. So there's nothing can be done, I suppose, until those bore holes are done. Saying that, the guys could be downstairs running the copper in as we speak. But anyway, that's going to happen. I'm also getting this. Anyone know what's going on here? We've repotted these plants. They all seem to be doing well, but at the moment I seem to be getting quite a bit of brown now appearing on the outsides. I assume that's where they're burning, but that one looks like it needs water. So let me know in the comments below whether we've left them in the shade long enough. They've all been in the shade long enough to get used to what's going on, so hopefully it's just maybe a lack of water now that they're in the pots. So let me know in the comments below whether I'm doing anything wrong. I'll say me, my wife, she's the green fingered one. And obviously whilst Tyson's here, I'm going to get him to just any weeds that are along here, around here, coming through the weed sheets. We're going to obviously get those pulled out and got rid of, and we'll give it a quick spray as well, just to ensure that we don't get any more weeds coming through, and then we'll get these sheets put back down. This is going to be AstroTurf in here, by the way. I did that one a while ago, and then Sherwin obviously raked this one a little bit more the other day. We've still got a couple of high patches here we need to take away, but again we'll get some AstroTurf put into here as well. So this will be green, that will be green, and then hopefully at some stage in the future we'll find someone that can provide grass, because apparently no one on the island does it. At least I'm struggling to find someone who does it anyway. So yeah, just very quickly in here I'll show you the floor before we proceed. So obviously it's not so bright outside now. As you can see, it's actually quite nice. I'm just saying, when Barry even said in the comments that, you know, once the bed's in here and you've got a couple of little rugs, it would look nice, and it would. Again, like I said to you, it doesn't give me the effect I'm looking for with these big panels. But this is the floor paint I've already bought. It's that light grey. It's exactly the same as outside. So we're going to get that grey down at some stage today after we've actually got another coat on the actual skirting boards. Certainly this one has got nothing on it, so there's a few sanding patches we've got to do. You see these marks here, that's where we filled. They've got to be sanded down very quickly, so we'll get the white all the way through here, and then once that's done, we'll get the actual hatch sorted out on the inside all the way around, including the top, and then we'll get the grey put down. So yeah, where we are so far. Okay, so I'll check in a bit later on. Don't forget, in the meantime, you can give me some comments below and some likes or dislikes, depending on whether I'm battling good or bad. That would be greatly appreciated. And I'll check in with you throughout the day. Thanks for watching. So have a guess who's back in the house.
Back here again.
Tyson's back.
I'm back.
Tyson's back. So the sheets are up. The sheets are up. It doesn't look as bad when the sheets are up, but it is pretty bad. So there's the line itself. So we need to be at the manhole. So as you can see, you're about 2 inches too high here, and then it comes up here as well. So we're probably about 6 inches here. So we're gonna have to literally take off from about here all the way across. So it's quite a lot of mud, that's for sure. And it needs to be at this level here and around here. So that whole piece has got to come out. So we may very well be landing up taking some of that soil over the wall. We've got quite a bit of soil needed in this little corner here, and we've got quite a bit of soil needed down there. But other than that, we are, well, we might be able to, actually saying that, we might be able to take it all the way down the side, just around the back here. Come up and show you. We might be able to get it. Might be able to get it down here, because this is still a bit low around here. So we're still higher here than we are inside the basement, but we can come right down here, fill up this corner, come this way, and then maybe take it down here a little bit more. That might work. So yeah, we definitely could do a little bit down here. So I think we could probably use all of it, but it's a large amount of soil, that's for sure. So we shall see. We'll know a little bit more in the next hour once we dug a few lines out, so we can see where we're digging down to. Let's see. Okay, so we're 4:15. Skirt board's been done. Touching up and around has been done. Hatch hole has been done. And the ceiling and the bits in the bathroom have been done too. So I think we might just about get away with that. I really wish to do the whole ceiling, but it doesn't look too bad. So everything's all tarted up, touched up, and repainted again, which is all good. As you can see, nice and empty now, so we've obviously got some marks on the floor we're gonna have to scrub. But obviously once that's done, we look a lot better in here. And then all we've got to do obviously is put the shower screen in, like I said, cut the top in, hang the mirror, get that connected up, and get this full scrubbed and sealed. Should have got some on there as well while I said the paintbrush out. But yeah, all around here's been done. This has all been cut in, this has all been done, and obviously this is ready for woodwork now. Just an undercoat. Unfortunately, did get some white on here and he sanded it, so that's going to have to repaint it again. But also got some spots of white on here as well, so I've had to clean those off rather than redoing that again. But anyway, so we're ready to get pretty much go in here. Didn't get around to getting anything on the floor today, but tomorrow the thing's going to be is got some more 230 light grey cork, so we're going to cork all of these after we fired a couple of nails into them and get the grey on there. There's the grey. Just to show you guys. So it's a satin porch and floor enamel. So, and that's in the same grey that we got outside. So that's what's going to happen tomorrow. Let's have a quick look what Tyson and his mate are up to. Going quite deep on here. So this bit here's been done so far, in this little L shape. Tyson back in the house, eh? Like good old times, eh? With Tyson back in the house.
Yeah. Ready up here, little boy. Tyson's here again.
He's standing around again, though, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's standing around again. Here to stay here. Brilliant. He's going to be in one of the spare rooms by the looks of it. So as you can see, we're having to go quite deep here. Don't really want to go that deep, but we're not having a lot of choice. So this obviously has been levelled off. As you can see now, we're looking around about 4 inches, 5 inches. It's going really deep over there. So, looks like we might have a bit of soil coming out of here. So we're going to try and pull a line through here tomorrow as well, just to see what the depth is like through the middle. But yeah, we're going to have no choice but to do it, otherwise we're going to have a bit of a mound to deal with. But as you can see, that bit over here has been done all the way along here, and it's now highlighting this hump. So yeah, we're going to have to pull that out, unfortunately. But at the moment what we're doing is we're taking the soil down here, because we do have a low patch down here, so we want to try and get that. This is going to be where the manhole is, so we're going to take it down to the manhole, across the manhole, and then also all the way down, but try and be around about a foot high down here and take that all the way around. So there's definitely enough soil to fill that up, that's for sure. It's just a shame, obviously, so much of it had to come up. But anyway, it highlights obviously how high it actually was put in, so more soil. And they wanted another 4 square meters as well in here, so that would have been even worse. So thank God I got that stopped. But anyway, that's where we are so far. Give me a thumbs up down below and give me some comments back. Send Tyson some love, especially the older lot of you lot that have been watching since day one. The Deborahs of the world, the Sharons of the world. And I'll check on you guys tomorrow. Take care. Good morning to a beautiful day in Barbados. Hope everyone's okay. Thank you for the comments last night. Okay, a beautiful day today. This time of year is so cool on the island. It's absolutely gorgeous in the mornings. The sun comes up low, stays low, so you can sit out for a good hour or so in the mornings. Get some sun without scalding yourself to death. Beautiful time of year. So I'd highly recommend anybody, if you're going to come to the island, January and February really is the time to come. Because you get a really warm day and you get a really cool evening, which means that you're not inside in bed sweating your bits off as well. So anyway, welcome to the channel. Obviously this is going to be day 2 of the video. We'll do 2 days and roll them into one and upload a video. So today will be the last day of filming before we upload. What's the task today? Finishing off the back garden. Obviously Tyson and his friend are in. I think it's Cecil. I think he keeps calling him Cyril, but I don't know if it's Cyril or Cecil. But anyway, his friend's here. So hopefully they're going to make a bit of an impact today. We'll try and get half of it done. I'm going to show you in a second how much they've actually gone down. It's quite deep. So we are going to be literally bringing quite a bit of mud through, that's for sure. And the aim is obviously to bring it through here. As you can see the piles coming down here now. We're hoping to bring it all through here as well. Just raise this by about another foot just to make sure that the water goes off where it needs to go. And also we don't collect into this corner here. So at the moment everything slopes that way. So it's going into that corner. So we'll try and raise that and help the water come down here and come this way. Sherman office is inside finishing off, so today is going to be hopefully rolling that grey across the floor, although I did have a bit of a wake up moment last night thinking, do you know what, we should just go and buy the floor. I went into Quinlan's last night for my second attempt in one day to get some fittings for a jet wash I've been fitting, which I'll show you actually later on today. And they've actually got that laminate click lock flooring back in again, but they've got it in an oak, which is what I wanted. Oh. So dilemma, it does 2.23 square meters and it's $229.99 a box. So it is about 2,700 Bajan, which is about £1,000, which is what it'll be roughly in England. But I don't know what it's like flexibility wise. But what I had in mind in there was a herringbone type effect. So tiles around about 5 inches wide, 4 to 5 inches wide, by about 12 to 18 inches long. And zigzagging all the way down in sort of an arrow shape. That was what I had in mind if I was going to do it. So if I was going to spend that sort of money, I really wanted to put down the product I wanted to get the look I wanted. But we are where we are, you know. We are in Barbados, and it is a similar floor, but they're the long. I don't know how long they are. I'd say they're probably about 4 foot by 8 inches. So they're the big planks, you know, like the actual like the laminate floor, which I didn't want to do. So anyway, I'm going to have a good think about it today because, you know, it might just finish that off completely, but it's another set of money I could do without spending. So anyway, I think I'll still get Sherman to do the grey anyway on the floor because we could do it getting that sealed. But I'm very mindful at the moment that, you know, if we put it down, then we're actually not going to need to paint it. So do I paint it and see what it looks like, or do I go and get the floor and get it down and save the painting? either way, decisions, but yeah, budget is very, very tight. I do also need to get out, again, one thing you do need to do here is things like, anything like this you put on, although it's actually geared for outside, you need to oil it at least once a month. Here, as you can see here, you start getting, even though it's not used, you get the head itself is starting to get, if I can see the head, starting to get marks on it, and all the sides starting to corrode. So I need to potentially get out and do those later on today. We seem to be getting quite a few cats coming up here at night and drinking out of our pool, which is not ideal. But yeah, this seems to be the party area for all the cats in the area for some unknown reason. They seem to come through here all the way down the side of my building, and they seem to be having a party on the beach every night, so God knows what they're up to. But anyway, I hope to be a cat. But anyway, let me take you to the back garden and show you what we did yesterday. I know I finished on it last night, but let me quickly show you where we are. I think they have gone a little bit too deep on one part, but again, we can bring a bit of soil back for that. But it will show you the level of obviously depth that we're going to have to go down to, which is a real pain in the backside. As you can see, we pulled a line from this manhole here straight over to there, and this is now levelled. But as you can see, they've gone down a good 2 or 3 inches lower here, so they've gone a bit too low. But it does give you an idea. That's technically how much we're going to have to take out all the way across. So it's a lot of mud. So they managed to get that levelled off along here yesterday, all the way along. They managed to get this bit out and this bit down to here. So I'm hoping today they're going to get at least, I would say, to about here. So get all of that out there as well. So, and obviously then what we're going to have to do is strategically, don't just dump it, but strategically place the soil down here so that we can actually level that and start working out where we are. And then they've got to be careful, otherwise they're going to land here. As you can see, they're starting to do it too near here. They need to be taking it down and dumping down here and then coming back up. Otherwise they're not going to get a wheelbarrow down there. So anyway, that's where we are with the back garden. The cottage is coming across really well, like I've already showed you. And today what we do have, hopefully, it's meant to be 8:15. We have a lady's business coming along today to bore the hole here for the air conditioning, and the 2 bore holes in the basement as well. So that's obviously what we need to run the copper through the holes. So I hear dogs barking, which normally means that people are walking down the road. So that's probably Sherman and Co, potentially. So let me take you around and show you what I was doing yesterday, which I've got to finish off today. So from the States, I bought this. It's called Giraffe tools. So I'm going to be changing this adapter here to a tap, so I can actually connect up the feeds to this. So 100 foot jet wash, wall mounted, and also it picks up and slides off the wall as well. So the reason why I'm putting a tap there is I want to be able to undo the pipe, unplug it, and be able to move it around. So, but yeah, so I've been putting that on yesterday. So today it's just about turning the water off, taking this this stopcock off, sticking an adapter on here. Probably have to cut this back and put a new one on. So it's I need a male basically. This is a, sorry, I need a female, not a male. So I need to take this off, cut that off, put the new piece on, and then I'm going to put a tap on so I can actually connect up underneath. That's one thing I've got to do, and the other thing is I've got to mount the hose out on the patio as well. So that's going to be what my day's consisting of. So yeah, 100 foot, and I should be able to say pull the 100 foot off and also be able to go out the door with it. It's 100 foot, so it should reach the patio and whatever else, so I can actually start cleaning the place up. So that's been my mounting that yesterday, and obviously just working out what parts I need. Hence the reason why I was in Cornings twice. So I went and bought the tap, which is fine, but the tap needs a different adapter. Nothing worse than that when you actually go in there and think, have I got all the parts I need? And you walk out, get back and go, shit, no I haven't. So anyway, that's where we are so far. As you can see from this side, lots of mud. So all of that mud that we were told to bring in by the landscaper, to a certain extent, wasn't bloody needed. However, they are going too deep, so I need to make sure we don't go too deep, otherwise we're going to land up having no topsoil, and we're probably going to be at the pool level around here by the time we bring the mud around. So anyway, I'll leave you for now. Don't forget to give me a like and subscribe in the meantime, and also keep those comments coming, and I'll update you throughout the day as and when we crack on. All right, thank you. Okay, so we're at 1 o'clock. Welcome back. Garden's taken a little bit of a change. It's dug out this middle bit whilst we're at lunch, just to try and give them the depth they need all the way along. Still quite a bit of work to do, so I'm not too sure how long it's going to take to get this done. A landscaper quoted me 2 days for 2 people. This is the second day, and we've probably done about a third, if that. So anyway, I've also sorry about the wind, needed though. Shoosh. Okay, hose fitted. The only thing I'm not very happy about is that they've not thought it through when it comes down to the hinge itself. It'd be nice to have it flat against the wall, but it won't go flat against the wall because the bracket isn't deep enough. So I'd like that flat. So I did build a couple of little bits of plastic to come off the wall, but I just didn't like the look of them. So I've mounted that as is. Jet washer's in, hose is done. I'll show you that in a minute. That's all working. I've just jet washed a little bit of the dry to test it out. In here, the grey is going down. The grey is going down. I think once it comes over to here, you'll see a very similar colour, so I think that's definitely the right colour. White was nice, but definitely better going with the grey. So we'll give that a couple of coats, and might need to get a bit of a sand on it, but we'll see. But at the moment, the grey's looking nice. In here is pretty much done, so toilet's connected up now and running. I just need to fix those brackets. I felt that moving a little bit. I might actually undo these 2 screws, lift that up, and like I said, get a bit of silicone around the base and put it back down again just to stop that movement. Again, porcelain on concrete, you hear that grinding when it's moving. Again, like I said, in the UK, I'll always silicone the base, squelch it down. But yeah, that's not been done. So earlier on, I just tried to straighten up the lid because the lid had gone slightly off and it moved and it made a bit of a grinding. So maybe the bolts need tightening up. I'll try that anyway, but I would prefer to just loosen off and just lift it, get a bit of silicone around that side, lift it, put the silicone around that side, and then screw them back down again, I think. So we're nearly ready to take all this off, obviously. That's pretty much done in here. So we can start removing all the paperwork. I thought I'd leave it for now though, just in case there's anything we've forgotten or need to do. Nothing worse than having to do it all again. But that's all ready to go. The electricians, I'm waiting for them to come back this week to just sort out the LEDs around the pool, and at the same time we're getting to do this. And the guys downstairs have just told me that there's actually a 110 socket, which is 240. So we're gonna have to get that done. They've also bored out the holes, which I'll show you. Okay, so 2 holes bored over there, although not straight. Not too sure why they went them straight. A ball hole straight through here. Oh, gone straight past it. A lot nicer. And another one just over there. So, plumber man's here doing the copper, but he's just had to shoot off to try and get a new bending tool. So he's going to obviously mount these 2 units on the wall and then start getting the copper coming through. Now they don't elbow, because obviously that then stops, makes the job of getting gas stroke coolant, or whatever it's called, refrigeration coolant, through the actual pipes. Obviously the more, I mean in England, as far as I'm aware, the more elbows you put on, it reduces the flow by something like 10%. So the less you have, the better. This is the socket. Mel, you naughty lad. He's put me a 240 here, which is excellent. But then he's put a 110 straight underneath it. That is 240 as well. So the guys just obviously connected up their batteries. What is that noise? Maybe it's the heat. Yeah, I think it's heat going through the pipe. Sorry. Wonder what the hell that was. So yeah, where was I? I was talking about the 240, sorry. So that's obviously got to be changed. We do have to have a new fuse ball put down here, which is meant to be going where the orange mark is there for the air conditioning in the first place. And obviously that's got to be routed around here to get to there, obviously. But yeah, the actual, the guy was, he's got like one of the pipe benders to try and, obviously they don't just bend it, they actually put it through a spring and they curve it. But the spring that he had didn't actually go around this pipe. So And we certainly, that's I suppose what they're trying to do, but you don't want to kink in it like that. So anyway, that's pretty much where we are for now. These guys are obviously going to be mounting these on the wall at some stage in the next couple of days, I would have thought, but I think they're going to run the copper along out here first. So they'll take this mess down and reroute it all the way along here. Now I need to ask them, are they going to physically get some of these, I don't know, forgive me, I don't know what they're called, but these steel brackets here, I'm assuming they're going to go and get a few of those and drill those into this surface outside. That's what I would do. And I'd get that done first, and then I'd literally run the copper all the way along. So yeah, they're going to have to obviously put a slight elbow here, so that'll come down here rather than coming tight to the corner. It'll have a slope down to here. Then they'll run all the way along. They'll do the same here as well, I assume. They'll do like a bend here rather than an elbow. They'll do a bend around that. So that's got to be done. But I say I would actually put the tray work up first, and then obviously they can just put the copper through and attach it at the same time. And then obviously they're just going to have to fill the hole that they've obviously left here. Anyway, we're just in time as well, but guess what is today? Today is... So what's today?
Huh?
What's today?
Today's my birthday.
How old are you?
58. 58.
Only 7 years left, son, and you'll be retired.
Huh?
You'll be retired in 7 years.
Yeah. I can't be there.
And you can play dominoes all day, every day. No pension here, no? He wishes. Well, happy birthday, Tyson. Happy birthday. We get him a nice bottle of whiskey. That's what they seem to like. You can't what? Your stuff. Oh, you got stuff here. Don't worry about that. His stuff, look. Your birthday drink.
Yeah, my birthday drink.
So, digging, hey? Digging on his birthday. That's awful. That's awful. But anyway, we've got to pay the bills. Okay, anyway, so I'll check in a little later on. Don't forget to give me some comments below. And don't forget a thumbs up or thumbs down, depending on whether you like me or dislike me. And I'll check on you later. Thank you. Okay, so we're getting to a close of play. What's the time now? 4:15. Love 4:15. Between 4 and 5 o'clock in this country is just absolutely amazing. The sun is gorgeous. Anyway, so as you can see, we stand here so you can see where we roughly are with halfway. So all this bit here has got to come out next. All this bit here, to a certain extent, is done. So as you can see, it's still got this bit here to do, but again,